Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of This Week in Eagle Athletics. I'm your host, Dylan Brown, Sports Information Director. Reached a little mini milestone on these, I guess you could say. Episode 10 into double figures in these episodes. We hope you enjoy them thus far. With that said, let's get on to recapping last week's events. Last week was a slow week. First off, before we get to recapping last week's event, we hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Get some time to spend time with your family and friends. Hopefully students are now recharged and ready to go for the final couple weeks, heading down the home stretch of the fall semester. So our only event, because it was Thanksgiving last week, was women's basketball. They hosted Georgetown College here last Tuesday in Marshall Gymnasium. They defeated the Tigers 77-65. Game was close, back and forth throughout. Georgetown cut it to 4 there late with about 2 minutes left, but Midway made 9 of 10 free throws in the final 2 minutes to walk away with the 77-65 win. Haley Azel had career highs in both rebounds and points. She finished with 18 points and 8 rebounds. As I said, both those were career highs. She led 3 players in double figures. Demetri Patterson was also in double figures, as was Courtney Pfister. So congratulations to them. After the Eagles went into Thanksgiving break with a 4-4 record overall. So that recaps as I said, only one event last week. So now let's get on to what we have on tap for this week in Eagle Athletics. On Tuesday, November the 28th, we have a basketball doubleheader here at home inside Marshall Gymnasium. The men and women's basketball teams will be taking on Indiana University Southeast. The women's game will tip off at 5:30, and the men's will tip at 7:30. Those are the first conference games for both teams, Midway and IU Southeast. Hope to have you come out and support the Eagles. And if you can't make it to the event, we will be doing live stats and live video. You can find those links on www.gomidwayeagles.com. So if you can't make it, be sure to watch it online. And then the next day, Wednesday, November 29th, the men's basketball team will be headed to Oxford, Ohio for an exhibition against Miami University, Ohio. That one will tip at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That one won't count against Midway's record. As I said, it's an exhibition. So good luck to Coach Krupinski and his team. Then on Saturday, December the 2nd, we wrap up the week with another basketball doubleheader, but this one's on the road in Owensboro, Kentucky at Brescia. The men and women's basketball teams will be playing their second conference game on Saturday, December the 2nd. The women will tip at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and the men will tip at 4 Eastern Time in Owensboro. Again, those are Eastern times. Owensboro is on Central Standard Time, so make sure you got your clock set right for that one, and hopefully Midway will have a nice showing of fans there in Owensboro for that one. And as I said, if you can't make it to the games, some events have live stats and live video. You can find those on the website www.gomidwayeagles.com. So that'll do it for this week's episode of This Week in Eagle Athletics. Thanks for joining us this week. Be sure to join us back next Monday, December the 4th, for next week's episode of This Week in Eagle Athletics. Thank you.